guys, welcome to another Super Panic Frenzy podcast. I'm Steven Suptic.
I'm Reina Scully.
I'm Jeremy Azevedo.
We could have gone home early today, everyone.
Oh yeah, because
could
it's technically an observed holiday, or it's like pre-observed holiday.
Everyone else is gone except for us.
Yeah.
It's weird having a
Maddie.
job because I've never taken days off.
How do you like our new office? Speaking of new jobs.
Oh, man.
Yes!
So we were in an office before that was sort of like someone else's office.
Yeah, it was filled with a lot of people, and also I was a floater because my desk was still.
Yeah, you're like a turd on the top of the water of a toilet
Okay,
bowl.
that's
much
that's
like you
exactly
are
Kind of
now.
floating there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back and
Hanging out.
forth to different sides of the toilet bowl.
Wishy-washy.
But now you've got a toilet bowl of your very own.
I do.
A litter box.
You're not floating anymore.
Yeah.
You're a dense turd, Reina. You've dropped to the bottom.
There we go.
Much like I thought you would in this office.
Okay.
But it's fun. I think we're gonna decorate it and we're gonna do some videos in the office too. It's like
Yeah.
our very own home now.
And we have matching.
Oh my
mouse
god.
pads.
We went to Best Buy and we bought we saw these mouse pads. Well, originally I was gonna get a really dumb one.
The tackiest, like
Yeah.
beach scene one.
A beach one.
Originally, you were going to get a really dumb one, and you end up
With a
with
dumber
what
one.
instead? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we
Yeah,
ended up
so I
with-
have a dog mouse pad and Reina has a cow mouse pad.
Mine's a kitten and yours is a puppy. And they look really tacky. It's perfect.
Great
It
job.
actually is very nice having an office.
It feels like I'm coming into work to be important
to
now.
be a real work.
To be like a real worker.
Yeah.
Instead of just a little dingle.
Well, you're still a little dingle. But
Yeah.
Something's just can't be changed. But you
Slightly
were,
bigger dingle.
Oh no, not really. If anything, you shrank. Anyway, you've been gone for a while. And I've been manning the ship, and I sunk us and killed us all. Why were you gone?
Before that, can I just say how worried I was about you the other night?
What? Oh!
Did you see that? Did you see what happened?
No, what happened?
Oh, okay. My apartment building, literally caught on fire.
What?
Not my room or anything, but somewhere off to
Holy
the side
shit!
of my
How
apartment.
many units are there?
There's about
3.
okay, there's 3 huge units, right? And there's about 50 or so per.
And she has a
floor, I
heated
guess.
pool.
And I have a heated pool, and it's really nice.
Or is it a
cool.
pool or in the heated jacuzzi?
Both. I have both.
Jacuzzi spread disease.
They really do. It's really gross. But we heard the fire alarm going off, and it was like midnight, so it's bullshit.
Were you about to sleep then?
It's
was
always
asleep.
yeah.
I
It's
was
always
asleep.
the middle of the night.
But my cat freaked out and pissed everywhere, so that was great too.
Oh, fun.
Oh yeah, Peanut went nuts.
I was in like a. You tweeted about it and you were like, all these sirens going off, and I was in like a daze. And I was like, I looked at Twitter for 2 seconds because I was watching like Life on Netflix or whatever, that nature show.
Yeah.
I woke up for a second because I was like, there was some tiger roaring on screen.
Of course.
And I looked at my phone and I was like, Reina's in trouble. And I was like, you and Mike can sleep on my couch.
He did. That was so nice.
And I put it down and I fell back asleep. So even if you did want to, there's no way.
But it was really crazy because usually like these dumb fuck kids just like pull on the fire alarm and just kind of turn it off.
That's what you thought happened.
Of course, because it's just so random.
And Reina has her little sniper rifle out there. She tries to pop those
I
kids
tried
too.
to get them,
Usually
but
she's on watch.
Fuckers are so small.
You kill
But,
kids.
yeah, but then we heard the fire alarm, and then we heard a helicopter, and then we looked outside on my balcony, and there were like firefighters on our roofs, like looking for the fire everywhere.
Were there actual
And-
flames? And
No, we couldn't see anything, and we couldn't even smell anything. So the firefighters came out to each door and like told us that like we don't have to evacuate because it's on a different side of the building, but the whole other side of the building evacuated entirely.
so they came to wake you up to tell you that you didn't.
Everything
Need
was
to
gonna
wake
be
up.
okay.
Yeah, just knock on your door like
But like deal
don't
with
need
the
to wake up.
noise.
1 in the morning. Just want to let you know that.
The noise was
nothing.
crazy. Do you want to hear it? Can I make you listen to it right now?
Oh,
real
are you talking about the
quick?
siren?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
That's a yes. I'd like to hear it again.
Okay, are we ready for this? If my phone.
You can also see a video of her spinning around in a circle on her Twitter.
It's really loud. Are we ready for this?
I was
fantastic.
born ready for this.
Good. Oh my god. What? No! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
I had to make a pact with Reina before this because she has to poop that I'm not allowed to like poke her in the stomach.
Yeah, no, please don't.
We shook on it, so that's the only thing keeping. That's the siren.
Wait, let's hear it one more time.
And there you go. There's the loudest thing you've ever heard on the
It
podcast.
wasn't
there.
that bad. It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad for me.
And then this is a reenactment of Reina's face when she's spinning around.
It did look just like that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What face did you do?
You're a top-notch impressionist.
Yeah.
Impressionist? Impressionist.
Impression.
I can do an impression of Jeremy as well. Hey, pretend to call me.
Huh?
Pretend
Oh,
to call me.
I love this.
Okay.
I want to do it too. I want to do it with you.
Call me. Okay, so this is an impression of Jeremy.
All right.
Oh, yes, hello.
Damn it! I was gonna do it.
It's a fantastic
You
way to
gotta
answer.
have a catchphrase when you pick up the
Yes,
phone.
hello.
Yes,
What's
hello.
my?
Yeah, there it is.
You know what always is the best thing when you leave a message or something, or when you're calling someone and you think it's them, but it's just them leaving like their answering machine.
Oh, that's so.
It kills me
old.
inside.
That's old. You. Do
I've
that
had that.
kind of.
No, I don't. Kib does that.
Oh,
2 other
it
people
was
I know do
Kib.
that, and it's people that I call frequently.
Wait,
as
so
well.
it's like hello?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and this I don't know how it gets me every time.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
But
I don't know. Those are pretty convincing. I fall for that sometimes. I hate it. I hate
I
when people
generally know when it's
don't
not.
do that.
I hate when people trick me.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that you would have to call someone. Like, who calls anyone anymore?
know, just
so on the
text.
off chance that you might actually have to call someone, to have it be doubly annoying is like so shitty of a
Yeah.
thing to do to your friend.
It's so much effort. Anyway, do you want to talk about how much fun you had over the weekend skis?
Well, you know, I went to a wedding.
Weddings are always so much fun. We
Hell
talked
yeah.
about that last time before. We had like a send off for you, right?
Yeah, send-off.
And we
But
told you
now
that was
it's,
This
gonna
was
be a
your
lot of
this was
fun.
your first wedding, right?
It was my very first wedding. I heard stories of how incredible weddings were before I went, and I didn't believe the hype.
And it was especially fun for you because you were a part of the
I was a
ceremony,
groomsman.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, because my roommate, who I've been doing videos with for a very long time, couple years, lived in the same house with him for 2 years. Zach Letter, aka Aviator Gaming on YouTube.
Cute.
We all did the skit channel together, and it was his time to get married. And we were all like, "Don't do it," but he did. No.
Don't do it.
But it was probably one of the best weekends of my life.
That's great.
But before I get into that, you guys have some, like, you guys have been to weddings for sure. How many weddings have you been to?
Oh God, 5, maybe 6.
Really? Are they all equally as cool?
No, they're not all.
Yeah,
equally
they're not
as
always the
cool.
same.
They're not.
Not
equally
all
as
weddings
cool.
are created equal.
Generally, basically your friends' weddings are very fun. Your like family members' weddings are like kind of strange. Like you kind of.
They can be fun. So if
can
your
be
family
fun.
is party, they can be really cool. But like
Yeah.
sometimes
You have to
you'll have like a
behave.
religious family member, and they'll have like a dry wedding.
Oh yeah.
Those are a nightmare.
That's a no-no. That's a
Holy
no-go.
Guys, I have a really good wedding story. Do you want to hear a vomit compilation story, or do you want to hear a pervy priest story?
How about before
Can
that
it
we
be both?
we recognize that this isn't just a gaming podcast.
Oh right,
Yeah, don't you want to know about us? This is where you get to learn about who we are.
If you're looking for hard-hitting, well-researched video game industry news, keep watching a different channel.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for us to rap on steampunk and
Yeah.
talk shit about that, here's the right
And
right
talk shit about
podcast for
DLC.
you.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we will talk about some game stuff, but first we need to
But this is so much more fun right now.
yeah, this is a big deal.
Right
who wants to
now.
talk about like Halo or something when you can talk about vomiting and sex at a wedding?
We actually do want to talk about Halo.
We are talking about
Yeah,
Halo.
we're
It's
gonna
been talking
been missing from Halo as far as I'm concerned. Where's
Weddings and
where's the
drinking?
where's the vomiting?
Where are the
Oh,
weddings in
vomiting.
Halo?
Yeah, where's
we're
the-
the pervy priests.
Has there ever been a sex scene in Halo?
No.
Okay.
In here there has been.
Gross. Okay, so what's this vomit thing that you're...
Vomit compilation isn't that good. It's just different stories of vomiting at different types of weddings. I usually throw up at my friend's wedding.
Wait, hold on, what?
Usually
What, you
throw up?
How often do you
What do you mean usually throw up?
I drink too fast because
Can
I
you
don't...
handle your liquor? Like, are you a pretty... You're a dense person. I imagine that you take a while to
A
fill
dense
up.
person?
I'm okay up until the 5th shot, and then I'm fucked up.
Why are
and
you
it's
doing
bad.
5 shots?
I don't know, because I'm really stupid and I want to keep up and I wish I had friends. And I want to be with my peers.
So how... Okay, you're vomiting at a wedding, what?
Well, I always make it to the bathroom, which is always
That's
nice.
good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
But I have one unnamed friend who did not make it to the bathroom and had to vomit off the side of a cliff because it was an outdoor
was Mike.
wedding.
Better than on the dance floor.
Is she really? Yeah, better than on the dance floor, but
Ew, she... Oh, God.
off the side of the cliff. It was excellent. And I had to like bring her back and like drive her back.
You know, the
I'd
first
be
time
scared to have people that drunk on a cliff.
It was terrifying. Instead of holding her hair back, I just held her arms back. So she just
my
sat
God.
out the
vomiting in a
side.
public setting, the first time I ever hung out with the Funhouse dudes, James saw me vomiting in the bathroom.
Oh, that's
And he
embarrassing.
announced it to everyone outside there, too.
Yeah.
Your boy's throwing up, India! He sounded just
Yeah,
like that.
just like
so that
that.
was one of the first times I ever hung out with James.
Great.
And the last time, too, actually.
Apparently.
Yeah, because every time I hang out with anyone, all I do is vomit, even when I'm not drunk. I just can't, like, hang out with people. It's weird.
Wait, because you get drunk?
No.
I think he just vomits.
Yeah, I just vomit.
Yeah.
Like, it's uncontrollable.
It's like
That way, that way. No, holy shit.
But, one thing, you gotta, hey, let's not bump that mic.
I know, it's just so close to me.
This is like every second Reina's just like, and it's just
so
talking about,
close to me.
but you vomit like at weddings every time?
No, only like once.
What other things have happened to you during a wedding?
Well, there's the pervy priest story.
That's
Let's
a
hear
yes for
that.
me. That's a yes.
Okay, so this was a very traditional Roman Catholic wedding. They even
So no
flew-
liquor?
No, like there was, but
Just wine and
the
cheese, right?
No, the ceremony was really intense.
There were crackers for you?
Yes,
There were really?
there were Jesus wafers.
Jesus wafers?
Yeah.
Is that like a... Is there Nutella on that?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, so they even flew in this Italian teacher to read from like a certain scripture from like the not Vatican obviously, but from something.
Was he a
It
cardinal?
No.
Did he play for the Cardinals?
Oh my God! You need to shut up right now.
Was he a bishop?
And he was 900 years old. Okay, so and he's reading really, really slow, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Wow, isn't this a lovely wedding? So many people flew in from so many different places. We have the bride's cousin who is a teacher. Man, I wish I had a teacher like that when I was growing up." And then he suddenly stops. He suddenly stops talking. He gets really,
Starts rubbing his nipples.
Well, he starts getting really, really red, and he goes, "If you know what I mean." He stops talking again, and then he looks at everybody and goes, "It's hard to concentrate when you're turned on."
Hey, that's what?
I think it's impressive that he still can get turned on when he's 900 years old.
Oh my God!
I was under the impression-
he was just wrinkles.
Yeah.
What, isn't he supposed to be celibate?
I literally have no idea. I do not know.
Wait,
Was he
you're
just a
celibate, right? You
broomstick
guys are both
propping
celibate.
up wrinkles?
Yeah, clearly.
You guys are both celibate.
Yeah, as soon as you get into a serious relationship, you become celibate.
Yeah,
it works.
that's how you make babies. by
Oh
the way, being
man, and I've been
celibate.
looking for a serious relationship. Is this really what I want?
Yeah, probably. You know, you're safer this way.
I don't want to be safe, you guys. But is that your last wedding story?
Yeah, that was my favorite wedding story.
That's a real gross thing.
It's really gross.
Wait, what's the drunkest you've ever been at a wedding?
drunk as the throw up one? Probably.
But how does that go down? Like, just 5 shots?
No, okay, because you kind of get like whisked away by the crowd when everybody's doing shots, and then they like come together and they whip you up, and they're like, "Do more shots," and you're like, "Okay, obviously."
Yeah,
and then
everyone
you
is
do
always
it.
like giving you a shot or passing around like a glass of champagne
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Like there's always like somebody with
And you
booze in
also
your face.
mix it incorrectly because you want to like keep up with other people. Sorry about that. No.
Oh, why did I reach there? Ew! Ew! Turn it off! Turn it off! Oh!
Why would you grab it?
So today was the day that I accidentally touched Reina's cooter again.
Great.
Again.
Let's start up that fanfic.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's the second time.
Yo, we gotta read one of those. Oh man, so
You gotta read one out loud.
I really don't want to. It makes me really uncomfortable. It's
uncomfortable or in the mood.
like no, definitely uncomfortable. Please don't.
Jeremy, you got this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, gross.
There used to be a Jeremy Steve fanfic. That would be glorious.
I'd read that.
That would be your responsibility. Please make one right now and send it to what was the hashtag?
The hashtag is Deep Sex Adventures.
Deep sex adventure.
Yeah, I've been doing a series on my channel where I do a sexual fanfic reading each week,
I
and
need to.
That's
do
real
that with
gross.
you.
yeah,
Oh, Vince.
he can't read, and the guy who narrates it for us literally has a problem with reading.
But
He's
it's so
dyslexic.
weird because he can read fine. He can read fine normally, but when he reads out loud like that, he'll just go like wedding singles. I mean stories.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
So only when he reads out loud. Yes, hello.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how weird do your weddings get? And you've had your own wedding.
Oh my God.
I've actually been in a wedding of my own. Weddings are always weird because they exist outside of the scope of regular reality. Like everybody dances, everybody gets hammered. At the end of the night, they always play gangster rap, and everyone like wilds out to that shit. Like even like the older people, it's amazing.
When aliens look back at weddings, what do you think they'll say?
Like it's the ceremony of matrimony.
That humans know how to party, man. Weddings are the best. Like at my wedding, definitely bridesmaids and groomsmen were having sex with each other.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah,
Lord
it
only
does.
knows,
That's
like,
crazy.
how
Like, I don't know
frequently
where else
and-
would that would happen.
And where? When I got married, we were actually pretty young, and so we didn't have a lot of money.
Oh,
and so we like
cute.
cut corners a little bit. Like everything wasn't exactly as it should be. Like we picked out this rose garden. It's really beautiful, like rose garden to have
That
it in.
sounds
It's like a
nice.
nursery kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not realizing it's right next to like a cow farm.
Oh, so it smells like shit.
So like no, not really, because
No?
the flowers kind of cancel it out. But like whenever there's a quiet moment, cows start. Moving.
What if it was during like the wedding ceremony?
Yes, that happens.
Yo, so, like,
during the ceremony, cows like
you
started
take your-
like a chorus of moos.
Do you, Jeremy Azavagadro, take Lauren? I don't know what her last name is. Moo.
Yeah, just like so retarded. Oh, and like Lauren, she's like a designer. My wife, Lauren, and so she designed and made her own wedding dress.
Aw.
And it was really cool, except for like the bottom part of it was kind of like like that material
See-through?
that like a ballerina has. Yeah, like kind of
Oh,
see
the
through.
tulle, yeah.
Yeah, tulle, and like layers and layers of it. Cat barfed on it like twice. So like trying to clean that thing up. None of the girls were wearing slips, and Lauren forgot hers. So she was pretty much wearing a see-through dress on the bottom. So everyone
Oh my
could see her
god, I
ass.
was joking. When
No,
I
for
said
real, that happened.
No.
So she's like got a see-through dress. We got cows mooing.
There's also cat vomit on her dress.
Yeah,
Spaghetti
her mom
already.
and my mom are drinking champagne out of like the bottle with a long straw. Like the thing was a total mess, and it was so much fun. I wouldn't have it anyway.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
Was
it
the
was-
dancing good? Was the
Oh
dancing
yeah,
good?
it was amazing. I had one of my friends is like a DJ, and so he like curated the list. You got to be careful to like play stuff that's good for like the older people, the squares, and
I
Except for
hate
the gangsters.
squares.
Okay.
yeah, and
I
then
wish
you
the
kind
wedding
of
was only younger
shift
people.
into the
Because you
gangster
can't
rap.
rap.
Yeah,
You can't dance with older people. Well, that's not true.
no, the older people they
What
yeah
does that mean?
yeah. Why
You
don't you
have a story. That
why
is
don't you
a
talk about
story.
your
So you guys are done
Your
with your
experience.
stories?
Oh yeah, go
oh
ahead.
yeah,
Go
we're gonna hear
ahead.
this.
Well, let me lead you guys into one of the greatest experiences of my life, which was Zachary Letter's wedding. And boy, was it a time.
Tell us.
When we first arrived, we were at the wedding rehearsal. Well, this is not when I first arrived, but my intention, or from what I heard, was like, well, everyone gets laid at a wedding. Everyone, and I want to keep in mind that I'm not a sex fiend by any
Yeah,
means.
but you are though, because the last two
You're
podcasts
just like a
we were
normal,
talking about
healthy young
sex.
gentleman. Like yeah,
I am not a gentleman, though. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, we know that.
a horny.
Some would even
young
describe me
creep.
as a scumbag.
In fact, I'm pretty sure you're the one that said 3 no's make a yes.
Oh wow! Holy
Yeah, but that
shit.
was to you, though.
Yeah, okay.
And you're basically like my sister, so.
That okay, all right. Well, you know what? Just tell your fucking story.
I always say 3 no's make a yes to my sisters. Right, Jeremy? Pound it.
Wow, that's even okay.
No, why, Jeremy?
Whatever.
Why?
Yeah, I'll go with it.
So we're at the wedding rehearsal, and I'm with one of my friends, and everyone's gonna be nameless during this. Mine is Zach because it's his wedding. So I'm with my friend, and we see a couple girls across the
Let's
field.
give them names. We'll give them.
We're gonna
names.
give one of them was a redhead, one of them was a blonde.
Okay,
so we're gonna
let's-
give the redhead. What name should she be?
Myrtle.
Okay,
Myrtle.
Myrtle, yeah.
And then blonde's name?
Gertie.
Myrtle and Gertie. Okay, so we see Myrtle and Gertie across the way, and I was like, "Can I please get with the redhead?" But this is from afar, by the way.
Okay.
And
so Myrtle, you
So
want
you
to
said
go
that
with
to
Myrtle.
yourself, or
So I was interested in Myrtle at that point.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure yet because she was so far away. And my friend was like, "Okay, I'll get Gertie."
I guess.
But now this is extraordinarily misogynistic. I realize that, but this is a dude thing, okay? And it's not like we mean badly by this. It's not like we're like doing this to anyone's faces. It's just between a bro thing where
this
you do
is
that with,
normal
like,
behavior at a wedding.
Yeah.
You just
when
do
you're,
that with your bro,
especially
like,
when
once
you're
in
in
a
the
while.
wedding party.
Yeah.
You
And
pick
especially
your
if you-
target.
outside of
You got to make
outside
sure
of
you're
this-
not competing for the same one.
outside
Yeah.
of this atmosphere, because if you were competing for the same person, then it just gets in the way of your broship.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a little awkward.
And
for
you don't want to
Yeah.
get in the way of your broship.
Yeah.
Especially not in a wedding party.
Oh hell no.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
No. That's
Oh,
a
and you're
definite.
involved in the actual
Yeah.
wedding, so yeah, no, hell no. You have
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
clean.
You gotta be good with your bros. Otherwise, what is life?
So you wanted Myrtle, and your friend's like, oh, I guess I'll.
But I
go
wasn't
for
completely sure about
Gertie."
Myrtle yet.
Oh, so you maybe wanted.
I mean,
Gertie.
did you guys
Potentially.
trade when you got closer?
We got closer when we all lined up and everything, and it was like in my mind I was like, oh geez, I was
Oh,
like, oh geez,
Jeezers.
this isn't what I'm interested about or in or anything. But Gary was like, when I'm drunk, I'll do anything.
You just gave up a name. Everybody.
Yeah, you're really bad.
It's
at,
okay
like,
because
protecting
Gary isn't his
names.
actual name.
Okay, good.
That's fine. So we'll call him Gary for now.
Good.
But so he's like, when I'm drunk, I'll do anything, man.
So you traded back.
We didn't trade at all.
No.
I kind of dropped it at that point. I was
Okay,
like,
so
well,
no more Myrtle
well, this
and
wedding
Gertie.
is fucked.
Okay, so Myrtle and.
I was like,
Gertie
it's just
are
gonna be
gone.
because this is in Wisconsin. I was just thinking, well, this is gonna be a bunch of old people. What am I gonna do? Get laid by an 80-year-old again? And so there was a girl that I was talking to beforehand. She was a bridesmaid, and I was like, well,
You
she
have to give
seems
her a name.
she seems really cool. What should we give her? What name should we give the bridesmaid?
Danessica.
So I'm talking to Danessica on Facebook because we're trying to etch out a theme because the dance that we had to do was supposed to be Star Wars themed, and we're talking
Oh,
to
cute.
each other on Facebook. And it's like, how do we dance?
Was
this?
it like a
This is-
choreographed dance or something?
It was an improv dance.
Oh wow.
So imagine that.
So
Imagine
that's not. But if you're talking about.
imagine
it,
a
that's not
horribly unprepared dance.
Okay, well that is
unprepared.
Okay.
That's a word.
I've been there, dude. The last one that I showed up at, like, I was in a wedding recently, and they told me when I got there that we had to do a choreographed dance to Uptown Funk.
Oh.
And if you know
man.
me, you know that I am like a card-carrying, cynical, like just not a joiner and not super into like pop music.
Well, yeah, but you like making fun of it though. I feel like you would have been into it.
I got into it. I got into it for my friends.
Nice.
But boy, was that shameful and embarrassing. For
No,
me.
you think yours was shameful and
I
embarrassing.
had to wear a fedora.
It was.
you guys.
Oh no no no!
Yeah, there was a fedora
That is not acceptable.
incorporated into it.
No, that is.
Holy shit!
If
Yeah,
I know,
that
right?
is a
Like it
holy
was like
shit
still wearing
moment.
fedoras.
they were pushing it for me, but
So I was really interested in what's her name, Danessica.
yes,
Yeah,
Danessica,
Danessica.
of
We
We
course.
had some cool conversations beforehand. She seemed like a really chill person. Now I'm debating whether or not I should talk about the issue with Danessica.
Danessica?
Well, you have to now.
Yeah, you can't. You
Yeah.
do
So
that.
the issue was she had a boyfriend.
Okay, well, what's the boyfriend's name?
You're gonna get in so much trouble for this. Even
The boyfriend's name is Dron Dron.
Oh, Dron Dron.
Okay, so-
John Tron. The boyfriend's name is John Tron. Which
why you got to do Dron Dron like this, dog?
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't
You can't
want to
be a
do John.
homework.
Well, that's I wasn't. I had no intention of doing up John Dron.
Okay.
But we get the closer we get to the wedding, we talk a little bit more. You know, it's cool. We're talking about our dance and everything. She's just a cool person. I have no intention of trying to step on anyone's shoes or be a homewrecker. That's not how I go about my life unless it's
John
by
Tron.
accident. Unless it's by accident. Unless it's by accident.
Poor John
I don't think you.
Tron.
Okay.
All right, go on.
But poor John
Accidental
Dron.
smash.
Yeah, we're
Mm.
yeah.
Not accidental smash. The kind of
How?
smash where it's a smash and then they say afterwards that they have a boyfriend.
That is not fair.
That's
a
not
trap.
fair.
That's,
That's not
that never
fair.
happens. That never happens. That never happens.
It does.
Anyone who says
It
that
do- I
happens.
know.
is
It
I
never
know.
happens.
I
Oh,
know.
Jeremy, it never
no,
happens.
No. You always know. You always know, and you suppress. You suppress it. You pretend
I'm
you
on
don't
your
know.
side.
Literally,
Listen.
there's. Never mind.
No, never mind on that one. Let's go back to the wedding.
A story for many years later.
What happened to Jessica Condra?
So Dron Dron, or no, I had seen.
forgot all the
I had
names.
seen.
Jessica Condra,
Okay,
sure.
I had seen John Dron at. He showed up to a dinner with Danessica previously,
That's what it was.
and they did not seem like a couple. Okay,
That's
They
not
s-
your judgment to make.
That's just that was a thought that ran through my
It's
head,
not your
and I
fault.
shoved it off. It's okay. I wasn't
They,
planning
they
on.
showed up together. They left together, but Steven was not convinced that they were an
Yeah.
actual couple.
Because
He
no
well,
three
he
times
showed up
make a yes.
late,
Yeah.
and they did not look happy with each other.
Okay.
So the next day, or no, this is during when we're going out. So not pretend. This is when we have our lightsabers out for the Star Wars dance, and we're about to go
You had
improv it up.
lightsabers too. Holy shit!
Oh, you're damn
That's
right.
So dorky.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
so the music
Says
starts playing. They're
Fedora.
like,
Hey, it wasn't my idea.
so we go out, do our dance. It was really embarrassing. We're chilling. We have a good conversation. Her boyfriend is somewhere else. He's at the wedding thing, but
Oh, John Tron.
they're not together or anything at that time. And still, no intention of hooking up at all. And I don't that night.
Cool
Okay.
story.
But
Okay, and then?
Yeah.
so we're all
next
it's
topic.
it's the dancing night. We're all dancing. Everyone's pretty drunk. I'm not really too drunk at all, okay? I've had some drinks. Everyone else is just a dingus at this point. But
They're like sloppy at this point.
here's a weird thing that happened, and this was totally unexpected.
Let me guess, you peed your pants.
No, that's what?
Again?
No, not again.
Okay.
No, not this
You
time.
pooped your pants.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
But my friend's wife started dancing with me.
Uh huh.
My friend's wife started
That's
dancing
not
with me.
completely unreasonable.
this
That
is Jessica
happens.
Condra.
This is Jessica. This is Jessica
Jessica
Condra.
Condra.
Yeah, and she well, she has a boob job. Okay,
Nice.
she's
Cool.
She's like mid-30s, and she's a very good-looking person. Okay. And I
Okay.
immediately I tried to squeeze my way out of the dance because I assumed
And you're like, wait, whoa. So you're like, how old? Like 22 or
22,
something?
yeah.
So that's definitely a cougar.
yeah, no,
situation.
it was, oh god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh god. No,
Yeah.
but I was like in my mind, oh god, is my friend watching? This is horrible. This is horrible. I got to squeeze my way out. I don't want this. I mean, I did,
Keep
but
saying squeeze.
or like
Yeah.
whoop.
Yep.
So I managed to do that, and at some point, I think one of my friends told the husband, "Hey, can Steve dance with your wife or something?" Which is like, why ask that for me? And then she pulls me up on stage and we dance, and I have a video proof of it too, which I've showed everyone
Okay.
to make sure.
Again,
This
where's
was
the
the
story
climax of your
going?
story?
Yeah.
This is just one of the many happenings of that
God.
night.
Oh my god, it's
So
like a
I
side
danced with
mission.
a 37-year-old cougar, but this is where this gets interesting. They offer to have a threesome.
Jessica Condra?
Jessica Condra and
No.
Neebly, the husband.
Neebly and Jessica Condra?
Yeah, they offer to have a threesome.
They wanted to do the Eiffel Tower over Steve's
Potentially.
body. You know, just like high-fiving like this.
I need to remind you guys
Steve
that I
is
am no
here.
sexual deviant, but these are the opportunities that you can't pass up in life. Okay.
Okay, so you said yes, that means.
I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no. I said yes. And
Did you say no 3 times? Because that means yes, according to you.
But I gotta say, they backed out.
Oh no!
Okay.
Napoli, just a contra.
They backed out, you guys, and that could have had something.
Could you have done something that blew it?
No, I think it was the kids being there that blew it.
The kids being there. Oh my god, dude!
Are you crazy? Oh my god!
You got some weird fucking friends. Dog.
I know.
I know. Goddamn.
This is what's happened. This is what happens in Wisconsin. My life is normally just me watching Netflix and just sleeping and eating. That's my life, and finding Mexican food restaurants. But weddings are a whole new beast.
It's a whole
Weddings
new
and conventions
world.
are where weird things happen.
Yeah.
See, isn't that what's so cool about weddings, though?
You can just have whole new awakenings at weddings.
If anybody ever invites you guys at home to a wedding, just say yes.
Just say yes.
Unless
Just
it's a
do
dry
it.
wedding, don't do that.
This is a very
I've never
revealing
been to a dry
podcast
wedding.
for my at-home
Ever.
life.
The worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
This is a very revealing podcast.
Yeah, but that's okay, right?
Yeah, it's like, what, is there a lot of judgment out there?
No, it's just that your friends are never going to talk to you again.
Yeah, and
do you want to
you're
move
like
on
a
to the
sex
next
fiend.
topic?
Well, my time is not... Well, we can... You want to continue the rest of this wedding? Well, no.
Is there more?
Oh my god, is there more?
There's more?
There's more relating to Danakinus, or whatever her name was. The original-
Danessica.
Danessica.
Yeah.
There's more relating to her.
Original Bunted.
Now, I'm not sure if I should go through with this part of the story.
Oh, why do you do this? Every single time you do this. I don't know if I should say this.
So, it's the next day.
Okay.
We're going to the mall. I hit her up just to hang out or whatever. And I was like, you want to come to the mall with us? We're going to go with my friends and their little brothers. It's going to be real lame.
You asked her on a date to the
All
mall.
with
No, it
your
wasn't.
friends
No, it
and
wasn't a date. It wasn't a date.
brothers.
Oh, and this is after I was told by one of my friends, yeah, there's actually some trouble in paradise with them. They're not really like a thing anymore. Okay?
This is
Says the guy who
Dana-
pretends to not know.
This is Danessica and
This is Danessica and John
Oh,
Tron.
John Tron. Oh, yeah. Danessica and John Tron.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the original bridesmaid couple.
Right.
So it's later that night. We decide to hang out at the bride's house. Okay?
Okay.
So we're all hanging out. We're having a good time. And we go out to the back porch. Her boyfriend isn't there.
Okay.
And I had already
Good to
heard
know.
from plenty of sources that they're really not a thing anymore. She explains.
It's the third time he's mentioned it.
And then-
Third time.
Yeah, I mean, you're really trying to justify
I'm
it
not
to
a home
yourself.
wrecker. I'm not a home
You're
wrecker.
trying to prove it to yourself.
Were there
Okay,
no single
we're
women, like
at-
zero
we're at the
single
back
women
porch.
at this thing?
I brought my friend
Doesn't even
along.
plow through.
I brought my friend along,
on.
and I gotta say, he is one of the greatest wingmen of all time. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you just like fuck
Goddamn.
straight off or what?
Huh?
You just like fuck straight off? Or you just got
Yeah,
out of there?
he fucked off. I was just like, and Gary, I
Bad.
mean,
That's right.
yeah,
Again!
that's what we're referring to him as, is Gary. And it's just, I was like, in my mind, I was like, we're on the porch out there in the back, and we're just having a good time talking and everything. And I think it got to a point where I don't know how I transitioned to this, but I was like one scale of 1 to 10 or something, and it transitioned into like kiss me or something.
It's
so
so dorky.
no. It sounds dorky, like in hindsight.
So lame.
Oh man.
Shut up.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how
No,
much do you
no,
wanna
that's
kiss
not.
me?
That is literally not how it went at all. It was chill. It was real
on
chill.
a scale
On
of
a
1
scale of
to
one
On a
to
10.
scale of 1 to 10,
How
can I
bad do you
kiss
want
your
it?
What would
cooter?
happen if I whipped out my penis?
Did you let her finger blast you?
No, she didn't finger blast me on the spot. No, we made out for sure.
Okay.
And then we went back inside, and Gary was in the bathroom. Or he went to the bathroom right away, so we made out in the kitchen, and Gary heard us.
Making
So,
out?
so he took.
So how loud
How
is
loud
that?
were you making out?
So he took some extra. No, it was like. So he took an extra long time in the
Sounds like
bathroom.
you're eating an asshole.
Well, yeah. But nothing else happened that night. Okay, she went home.
this is the longest story.
It's so weird.
Holy shit.
And then
The next morning, just stuff happened, and then went home.
the next morning, stuff
And that's the
happened.
end.
Okay,
Stuff happened, and we
now
went
you're
home.
back here.
Stuff happened, we went home, and now
Okay.
then I saw my family an hour later, which was weird. And then we went home.
Okay.
And that's about as vague as I'll get.
Yay!
And I just want to say that I am not a home wrecker.
Okay.
I'm not a home wrecker. And I am a good person deep down.
Yeah,
Right,
you
Ricky?
Absolutely.
Ricky, you don't have to lie.
Yeah.
Baby, it's okay.
Wait, Ricky, you have wedding stories, right?
Do you have a fun wedding story?
Come on in, bud.
I don't know if it was fun.
Oh,
Come
do you
tell
have
us a wedding
do you have a
story.
messed up wedding
Special
story?
guest,
Yeah.
Ricky
Ricky.
Mizuno.
Oh, wait, come
who
this way.
actually is half Asian. I didn't realize that. But that last name makes sense.
Mizuno.
Is that how it's pronounced? Mizuno?
Mizuno.
Cool.
Steve
one
almost
should I
went
talk
like
into?
5 seconds without
This
making a
one.
racial
Yeah, in the middle
commentary.
Yeah, I'll share with Reina.
Sorry that my
Yeah.
story was so long, but
Japanese.
I think we all got a good conclusion. Gross.
Wedding
your story like about you ruining a relationship?
No,
Ruining
no, I
a
didn't ruin
marriage?
anything. It was already ruined.
Yeah, he
so
just
many, he said that 5 times.
he
He's like,
tried
"By
he
the
tried
way."
to claim a person as if they were property, and then he tried to have a threesome with some gentleman and his wife who are like 15 years
People,
older than
after
him.
listening to this
Yeah,
podcast,
37
And
realize
then
how
and
truly
then and then he
misogynistic
tried to
I am.
hook up with somebody that had a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's akin to that last part.
Oh,
Oh
good,
no!
good. Thank you, Ricky.
Apparently we're the odd man
Please
out.
bring it back. Make it as misogynistic as possible.
Well, it wasn't that misogynistic. It was just like I was being opportunistic, if nothing else. So
As was I.
So my buddy had a wedding in
Fancy words.
in Chicago, and I don't think I'd ever been. So just being in Chicago was like kind of cool. Like it was really flat. I was in the Midwest. Like I was very
It
excited.
is flat.
It's real flat, and there was water towers everywhere. It was like, wow, this
It's
is
weird.
this is not Southern California at all. And then everybody made fun of me. They're like, "You're such a California boy." But anyway, they all get married at like 15, and it was really strange. Like everybody there. So that's sort of a segue. I was like the only single guy at this wedding,
And everyone else was 15?
everybody else was
Is already
15.
15 and married and
Yes,
possibly
everybody
pregnant.
was 15 and married, and they are all related. No, but
Sounds like Wisconsin, honestly.
everybody
That's
was
my kind of life.
like, they just start younger. It just seems like people start younger. It's like you graduate
Yeah.
high school, like maybe you go to college, maybe you don't, maybe you work at the Piggly Wiggly or the Walmart or whatever you do. I'm being real stereotypical. I'm sorry,
Potbellies.
but it's there's a reason why. So yeah, and it's like by 20 you're settling down, you're in a serious relationship, whatever. So I'm like the only one there at this wedding. I'm like kind of having a good time. I'm being like a little bit of the life of the party. Like, oh, Ricky, he's the cutie.
Yeah, dance more. Show us.
Show us, teach us
Show
how.
us how to dance.
Can you eat Dougie? Is that a thing? Can you do that?
Can you teach me
Please.
how to, Dougie?
How many people do you have to
Absolutely.
teach that?
Yeah, everybody, the entire wedding clan. So anyway, I'll speed up to the good part. So there was only 2 cute people there. One was like one chick who it didn't really work. I was like, "Hey, baby," and
Hey,
it got shut down pretty
Is
quick.
that,
And
is
the
that how you
other-
opened it?
I
Did
don't
you get
even
your
know.
heart broken?
I think I just tried
Did you
to
get your
dance
heart
with
broken
her.
by
I
an
think I
Instagram
tried to
model
just
like
try
You
you
to
don't
dance
have to.
with
You
her.
don't have to do much at a wedding. I mean,
Yeah.
people know what's up when you're at a wedding.
You
I
would think. I would think so. I would think so. But there was like the only other eligible single person. Like we weren't feeling it. So fast forward into the night. Everybody's a little sloshed. People are starting to wind down and go home. And I noticed the maid of honor.
The horniest of them all.
Always.
Always.
The maid of honor.
horniest.
Did you catch the
who's-
bouquet?
Who's sitting at? I did not
Catch the Ricky bouquet?
She's sitting
bukkake?
in like the little lobby outside of the main like thing where people are starting to go home. So her husband, and I can say this confidently, was the other
Husband?
very good looking man. She was married.
Wow.
She was happily married.
Was he there?
He was there. I met him. He was in the military. He was the most yoked out, bald headed, some kind of a caramel
Yeah.
something guy. You know, he was the only other speck of color at this wedding besides myself, which is sorry, world. Anyway. This is kind of how it goes. Par for the
So
course.
she was with someone.
So she was white, yes, and
that is
and
not what I-
attractive. And
She was a
with
bunty.
this, and with this, yeah. So I instantly knew, okay, she likes the chaw. She likes a little flavor. Okay, noted. Noted. Kind of fast forward because at this point I'm still like good, pure-hearted. You're the maid of honor. You're married. Whatever. What's wrong? She was really upset. I guess her husband had basically locked her out of the room, or they had some kind of altercation, and she like shut her out of the room.
He's justifying too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So well, this is okay.
You
well,
gotta do what you gotta do to
this is
make
what,
it right in your
everyone's
mind.
this is why I when I came like in the downstairs lobby and when I saw her, this is what just happened. So she was upset at her husband, and like there's this old woman who I think had some pot. Can I talk about marijuana on this show?
Of course
Absolutely.
you can. I
Yeah.
love pot.
So me too, darling. We got to do that.
I didn't bring that up during my part of the story.
It's my turn now. It's my turn. You
Yeah,
have a
your
whole
story was like
network.
fucking
You have a
55
whole
minutes
Ever,
long.
you're done.
All right.
Yeah. No more stories.
got
You guys
your
continue,
bunties.
please.
Mine may not. Mine ends kind of not great either, though. But anyway, so where was I? So that's what had happened. She was really upset. This old lady came by, and she had the ganj, and I'm like, hey, let's just go up to my hotel room. We'll fucking go in the bathroom. We'll turn on the vent. We'll
Did
crack
you have
the
a
window.
threesome with a married maid of
No,
honor
no,
and
no,
an
no.
old
Older
woman?
lady and
No, no,
pot.
no. You guys
Yeah.
are funny though. You guess every step of the way.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
no,
Did you have
no,
sex
no,
with
no.
her?
No, so I was in there. No, I didn't. So this was sort of my making it okay to let the young maid of honor to come up to make her think that it was okay. So we all smoked. She didn't smoke, but I was like feeling real good. But I don't know. We were just like, she was upset. We got to talking. I was like, ooh, yeah, tell me whatever. And one thing leads to another, and we're like
Making out.
Second basin? Yeah, we're making out. We're making out. We're making out hard. We're rubbing on stuff. We're feeling on stuff. There's a little licking stuff here and there.
And then her husband knocks on the door. Boom, boom, boom.
No, so the thing is, I mean, I didn't seal the deal, as it were.
Yeah.
Like
I think-
fisting?
You
just made like a fisting
there was
motion.
no fisting. There
Yeah,
was like
okay.
some outer
fists.
outer fists with an
Outer
open
rubs.
palming. We'll
Yeah,
call it
open
open
palming.
palm fisting.
Yeah.
So there's some open palm over
The
the
old underhand.
Why didn't you seal the deal?
She didn't want to. I think that was like her line. So I think
Yeah.
she felt like she was in the throes of enough, because I had to cajole her out of it. At one point, you have to make the decision. It's like, I'm going to be the asshole now.
No, I think you were the hero of this story.
So
saved
I'm
the
the
day.
asshole then.
If
Yeah,
it,
we knew that
If
already.
it wouldn't
That's
have been
just
for
how
you, you know, then
Who knows
she
what
would have.
happened? I rescued
Yeah,
her.
she
I
She
was
would have.
going
She would have had to.
alright.
She would have had to sleep in the
could've
hallway.
been worse.
Yeah.
That old woman
Did she
would have
sleep
had
in your room
nobody
that
to
night?
smoke with.
There you go.
She
but she
did. I
didn't
think.
smoke,
I think
apparently.
we fell
Old one?
asleep, and she ended up
Oh.
waking up like really, really early to go to the next room. And then like she came down the next morning after she had thought about it, and was like, I just wanted to say goodbye and yada yada yada. And then we had like a couple of email exchanges, and then out of nowhere it was like, I can't talk to you anymore. My husband, blah 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 blah. This was a huge mistake.
Was that guy like
backtracked.
good?
Oh
Good
my
meeting you, bro.
God.
It was
And
a
she was
fucking
real
fun
cute, though, right?
time,
Do you
man.
want to know the? Ooh, here's the
Scariest thing
oh,
ever.
can I remind you with the part that almost killed my boner several times?
Yes.
Which ties it back to the caramel skin.
Her
being
tail.
the only speck of
Her
being the
tail,
only-
her vestigial tail.
And this is a good lesson for you, almost racist septic. So when we're in bed getting real cozy, she's like, I've never been with a colored person before.
Person? At what point do you think I'm even remotely close to that?
She said,
There's no point where I would say that kind of thing.
So I kind of was like, okay, I'll let it slip. Okay, whatever. We're like half naked in bed. And then she says it like 2 more times. And I gotta say, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty progressive, but you can't really say that, honey. I forgot how I said it, but I was like, you can't really, saying colored is
Maybe
like,
take
not
it
okay.
easy with that one.
but that word was
And then
the
as soon as I
Midwest.
said that, then she felt like the white guilt, all that. She just felt like.
Do you think that's what?
no.
Do you think
But I
that's what
kept it
ruined?
going.
Yeah.
And I made her feel better. 'cause
Yeah,
it was
maybe she
very,
wanted.
like,
Maybe she. Maybe
I
she
was-
wanted you to roll with that, dude. Like you
I've
probably
seen-
could have like.
She
been
wanted to
like,
be like. I think
Oh,
she wanted to be
no.
like. This is a plantation. Maybe
Yes,
you're
yes,
my
that's what I was
boy,
just
my
thinking.
boy.
That's probably why you guys
Yeah,
didn't do
but
it.
a little role playing, something.
She had some. She had
Maybe I
something
should've
weird. She
gone
had
with
something
it.
weird.
That's
in
the whole
mind
reason
there.
you guys did
Yeah.
not have sex that
You could
night.
have just played along with. I think.
The whole reason.
Should have been a little Scarlet O'Hara action.
Oh my god.
We had the shiffer robe.
Holy shit.
The South so rise
Oh
Guys, it was great hanging out with you. I'm gonna go do work.
So
was a
we've learned
great
that I'm
story.
still a worse person than Ricky.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
knew that
yeah,
before
that's
you
my
even
one
sat
was
down and
solid.
walked in
Was
the
that,
That's
room.
solid.
was that a good
I've
wedding
home
story?
wrecked twice now.
I almost did. Well, I like to think I made the relationship stronger.
You fixed it.
Because it was like whatever, and she was
Yeah.
flirting, she was sad in the relationship.
I've only
she had
weakened the
kids.
other one.
They were at like that really weird part in the marriage where it's like the honeymoon's over, now like real issues are starting to set in. I don't know. I've never been married. Maybe you can not. I mean,
It happens,
Not that
yeah.
I'm saying you have issue. I'm just. Yeah, weird. But yeah, so I feel like I was some Elmer's glue that their construction paper needed, and maybe a little.
But you almost had sex with her.
I
Can't believe she said colored
some-
person.
Yeah, I was.
That's
like,
real bad.
Like
That
I've
is
never.
so next
More than
level.
I've
once,
never.
too.
Yeah.
I've never had anybody call me that before.
And it's not like people talk like that. And like this was Chicago, right?
Yeah, we're in Illinois. She's from like a
Yeah,
suburbs of.
literally
from a
no
suburb
one
of
ever
Chicago.
talks like
There's
that
a
there.
lot of
she
diversity
was
in
from,
Chicago, dude.
She was from
Downers Grove.
Wisconsin.
Has to be Downers
She was
Grove.
from Wisconsin.
Yo, that's where the wedding that I was at was at.
She was
Yeah.
from Wisconsin.
That makes all sense. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
but
there
the
was-
way, how casual she was, in which
Yeah.
she
There
just like
was
you could,
not-
like she didn't know anything
She-
was wrong.
she chose
the way
that
in which
word.
she said it was.
Oh my
like,
god, it all
Yeah.
makes sense now. There
I've
was
never
not a
met a black
single
person
like
until yesterday,
there was no
kind of
diversity at the
thing.
wedding I went to. It was only white people.
Well, at the pervy priest wedding, I was like the only yellow person there, and I stood out like a sore thumb. I usually do.
Do you say yellow person?
just in jovial conversation,
Yeah.
just around.
Yeah.
Do you
Yellow
think
person.
kids listen to this podcast?
They shouldn't.
Well, they're
Oh,
learning. They're
God, I
learning
hope
shit.
not.
They really shouldn't.
Don't
They're
say
learning.
yellow
This is
person,
real life.
don't call
I think
people
I'm a
colored.
terrible role model.
Yeah, you are. I was nervous when that younger fan of yours came to visit the office. I was like nervous for what you'd say.
Oh, are you talking about Amanda's?
Yeah.
I thought it was real good.
You were really good. I was proud of you. But beforehand, I
I
was
thought
like,
you were
oh
gonna
my
do
God.
that thing where you part your hair in the middle and
Oh,
talk like
do
a
it.
weirdo.
No, I'm
Our
not gonna do
friend?
that. No, that's disgusting.
You don't want to bring our friend in?
No, because it's
Okay.
not ready yet. It's character in development.
Okay. Well, even though we talked about him last week.
Yeah, it's a character.
It's
development.
literally the thumbnail.
He's gonna be in development for a couple months.
Forever.
Couple months.
Yeah.
Well, Ricky, get out.
Get out. That's what you said. Get out. I got it.
I actually said
I felt
get
it.
out because I screwed it
No,
up.
I felt the lull.
But
coming.
I'm glad we're both. I'm glad we're both home wreckers.
Yeah, almost.
Oh my god.
This was
You guys-
great.
You're an almost home
Thank
wrecker. I'm a
you.
full on home.
Wonderful to have you, sir.
It was so much fun.
Thanks, friends.
We know so much more about you now. I can't not touch this.
Thanks.
Do we,
I can't not fucking touch this. It's
Well,
in my
guys.
space. All right, so we didn't talk about games
do
at
we
all.
even have time to talk about games?
How much
at
time
all?
is left, Maggles?
Let's talk quickly about Halo 5 being at Comic-Con.
Yeah, actually, I mean,
Wait, no, what are they doing again? They're gonna reveal more
we're revealing more about
mysteries?
Master Chief.
Do you know who Jameson Locke is?
That's the guy who was in.
Nightfall.
That's the series, right?
Yeah, the Xbox original series or something like that, right? The television series, miniseries, or something like that. Anyway, none
Oh,
of
it
us
was the
watch
thing
it.
that came with the Master Chief collection. I think is this miniseries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't really like it too much.
Oh, well, Jameson Locke is now a playable character, and supposedly Master Chief is bad.
I also didn't like Forward Onto Dawn.
That's not
Yeah.
that's not necessarily true. So like in the ads that they've been running all year, it's kind of unclear who's in the right and who's
Yeah.
in the wrong.
And the
I think
trailers are, like,
that's what they're
mirrored.
playing up. Like at Comic-Con, they're going to reveal a little bit more of the story.
Were you a part of Forward Onto Dawn when that was on Machinima?
Yeah, I was at Machinima at the time. I mean, we didn't make that. We
Okay.
distributed it. It was
Okay.
made by Microsoft.
What
but
did you
we-
think about that?
I thought it was good, but I think they went like everybody was like trying to make everything more like teenage accessible, which is weird because these are all like mature rated games, aren't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
Right? I don't
Does
know.
that kill the vibe sometimes when you try really hard to make it PG?
A little bit. Like I kind of wish they would have just used adult actors in it.
I'm just so tired of where Halo's gone.
Really?
Dude, the new enemies, like, I hate brutes, first off. That kind of ruined, I mean, it didn't ruin Halo 3 for me, but that's where it started to come off. And I mean, brutes were in Halo 2, but you didn't really fight them. And Halo 4, it's
Oh,
like,
don't you hate the romance between Cortana and Master
yo! Quit
Wow.
that shit!
Chief? He hates it so
Like,
much.
what?
He hates them being like
What'd you say,
humanized.
field-
It is,
something?
yeah. It is kind of weird that you would like fall in love with your fleshlight, right? Because she's like an AI like
Hold
sex
me.
bot.
I'm here to see Master Chief be a badass. He hasn't said anything cool since that one
I
line in
won't
Halo
miss.
2 where she's like, what if you miss? I won't. And then it just, and that was the coolest
It was the
Halo moment.
coolest thing in the
Why don't they
world.
have that anymore?
I don't
Like,
think the point of Master Chief is to be cool. I think he's supposed to be like an avatar, and that's why you don't see his face. You're supposed to
Yeah.
like project yourself onto him and like sort of be Master Chief, and that's part of the appeal. I think if they give him too much characterization, then that like
Your imagination can't.
yeah, that
handle-
removes that element of it. I think what I personally liked about Halo early on is that it did have enough of a framework around it that you could use your imagination to fill in the blanks. And when they give you too much like story and detail, it's like when Star Wars like told you about like midi-chlorians. I didn't want to know about midi-chlorians like giving
Okay.
Sounds like
giving me
a-
the Force. I wanted to just have like I could just accept that there was like
Detergent.
a Force and I didn't need to know
Yeah.
everything about it. Just like in real life, you don't know
Like
know,
religion, you don't.
like
you just follow it to follow it. Yeah.
some stuff is like is just myth and legend and superstition and it's fun to have that in your games also.
Master Chief has been a pussy since Halo 2, though. Straight
Oh
up.
boy, you're just really on
Since
that.
Halo 2.
Yeah. He's
That's
been a
so
pussy
weird.
since Halo 2, yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Just like him and Cortana, you.
What did you say before? I love you, Cortana. Let me eat your sweet cooter.
Can we have more? It's like, exactly, it's like
Oh, it doesn't make any sense.
that romance between him and Cortana. Sure, it's created a lot of fanfics. It's inspired a lot of people, but it's gross.
I don't mind it.
It's gross. How do they do it? You know?
He just jerks off and she just whispers sweet nothings into his ear.
Yeah.
Finish
Like in
this
that movie,
mission.
haven't you seen that
Finish
movie?
his mission.
Haven't you seen Her? It's just like
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she was actually attractive. Actually, I could see Cortana being
Cortana's
attractive.
kinda hot.
Her didn't even have like a physical
That's
aspect.
true. Which was
Yeah,
maybe
it's
even
basically
hotter.
It
just
was just a
Siri.
voice.
But it was
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson's
At
voice.
least Cortana has like a sexy female figure. Yeah.
And she's pretty much naked. Pretty much naked.
Yeah, I'd crank down to it if I were him.
Crank
What?
down!
There's no other women in space, man.
That's
He's
true.
just like
Master
out there
Chief, I bet you
fighting.
he's real
What's he gonna
lonely.
do? Fuck a monster? Like some
he could
covenant
fucking alien. He
beast?
could fucking arbiter.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish Arbiter was like still playable. You think there's gonna be any like there's so many cool aliens. Like you don't like the brutes. I think it'd be cool to be one. I want to be the different races and aliens and shit. I'm tired of always being like a Spartan. They're
hero?
just like it's just like generic space marine. Got my guns. Whatever, you know.
I want a story with a bad guy in Halo that I actually care about. It's just
Whose
like
storyline is like just as
every storyline.
important.
Sure, I get it. They put a lot of work. There's a lot of detail into it, but it's just not fun.
You just want to be a bad guy.
Can I ask you this
that
though?
help?
Is it really? I mean, does anyone really care that much?
I
Right?
truly
Like,
do.
Isn't it
Halo
all
was
about the
my life.
multiplayer?
It is.
How
but,
much are you really gonna?
Well, but even on multiplayer,
dude? As a
though,
kid,
at
I
Halo
was
3,
so
you could
invested
play
in the
as
Halo
other,
plot.
and it was
Yeah, no,
helpful.
I mean, it's just like, you know, if most of the game revolves around the multiplayer, I wonder how important the story even is. It's not important for Call of Duty anymore.
Everyone loves the Halo campaigns, though. Like
Well, it's clearly very important. I mean, look at Titanfall.
Yeah, that was the main thing that was missing from. If Titanfall would have had a campaign, that would have been such a cool game.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if they didn't have some aspect of that in the new one.
I mean, I'm sure that's what they're working on in order to make it
I'll
actually
kill you.
happen.
That would be so
I'm sorry,
fun.
I'm popular.
You are so popular. All
I know.
day, all you do is get notifications. I hear it at your desk now at our new office.
Yeah, you turn on the audio notifications on purpose so that we can all hear it. right?
Yep. Otherwise, I'm really lonely.
Let's see if I have any new notifications.
I bet
Let's see
you
if I have
have
any.
zero.
I have.
Hey, have you ever asked Siri to divide 0 by 0?
Oh, jeez.
Boy, you guys really got distracted real
You want
fast.
to know what happens when you ask Siri?
Yeah, everyone's seen it. It's that stupid thing where you ask, and she's like, "Oh, you have no friends."
And you have no cookies.
What's no cookies?
Yeah, she's like, what if you divide 0 cookies with your 0 friends?
What if it was just like
Rude.
Reina die?
Reina, die.
That'd be-
Could you please die? Thank you.
Could you please die? Thank you.
Hey, real quick, I know this isn't video game related.
Uh huh.
Pleasure, as always.
My pleasure, as always.
Oh, cool.
How much time do we have left, Mangles?
0 time.
6 minutes. Okay. Real quick, you guys, have you seen first season of True Detective?
No.
Sure have.
What did you think?
I loved it. I thought it was so good. I dressed up as Rust Cole for
Oh
Halloween.
my god, give me that high
Yeah.
five. Yo, did you think,
Wait, how many
even though it was
seasons are
really
out?
good, did you think it
I
was
won the costume contest at Machinima.
How many seasons are out?
There's 2 seasons. One of
Yeah.
the second one just started.
Oh.
Do you think the show first season was a little bit pretentious?
But
But did you think that's what made it kind of fun though?
Yes, but that's what made it interesting.
Yeah.
Because the monologues that Rust had, and Woody Harrelson's disgust at them was like very appealing because he was such a distinct character.
And the way
There's
they made
no
fun of
other
it, you
character
couldn't
that
make fun of the
is
show
as
being pretentious.
nihilistic as him, right?
Mm.
And it was impressive because Matthew McConaughey is such a happy-go-lucky, fun dude. You know, it's like Matthew McConaughey. You'd never think of him as being a sad guy. You know,
Seemed very alert along.
and he's just fucking. He nailed it. You know, he was so dark.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how much should I watch True Detective?
10. It's my favorite
Yeah,
show.
for
True
sure.
Detective is my favorite show.
Yeah, that
What
first
about
season's one
Orange
of
is
the
the
best.
New Black? You
Oh, that's
It's
not that good
it's
of a show.
1,000 times better than Orange is the New Black.
I just like the
Really?
dialogue in Orange is the New Black. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But you see, how much of the second season have you seen so far?
All of it.
I've only seen the first episode.
Yeah.
There's only 2 out right now, right?
There's 2 or 3.
That scene where he
There's
talks
2.
to that
No,
kid's...
come on!
Oh, come
Don't
on, Ringus,
spoil
you're not gonna remember.
I
Yo,
mean,
it's-
I have
You
a
got
good
like a
memory.
Fish
Okay.
memory. It'll
No,
do
This
I
isn't
have
even
a-
this isn't even a
I have a
spoiler for the
memory.
story, really. It's just like a
Megalodon.
scene that happens.
Okay.
There's a point where his son gets bullied or something,
Okay.
and he goes over to the kid's house, and he's like, his dad opens the door. He's like, "Can I talk to your son?" He doesn't sound like that. He sounds much more badass because it's Colin Farrell. And he's like, "Well, I guess." So he brings out his son, and he pulls the dad in, and he punches him with brass knuckles to the ground, and he just keeps punching him and punching him. He's like, and he's holding the kid. He's like, "You did this! You did this!"
It's pretty
And-
brutal.
So it's just psychotic men being
Here's
psychotic men.
here's my feeling about it. Like I love the show, but I feel like I've seen that before.
Where?
What, like overt
in like movies and
violence?
television before,
Okay.
like going over and beating up the dad, and
order
the
to
mom
teach
is
a
like,
lesson.
you can't spend time with your son
Yeah.
anymore. You're out of control, whatever.
Okay.
Like it's not that unique of a character. Like none of the characters so far have proven to be especially unique compared to the characters from the first one.
And there's that one dude
And
with
I know it's
ED that's
unfair to
kinda
make
weird.
that generalization because the whole point of it is that it's not the same show. It's like a completely different thing, and that's kind of what's cool about it.
What do you think about that dude with ED who drives really fast?
With what now?
The guy with erectile
Erectile
dysfunction.
dysfunction.
Yeah, boring. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
about
really
him.
care about his character.
Yeah, he might become really interesting later. They have great writers. They have great directors. I'm
Oh.
sure it will come into its
You have
own.
ED.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't Rachel McAdams in this?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
she
Okay, that's like the
is.
only thing I know.
Oh, I love. Did you in the beginning when her and the other dude got out of a sex scene and you have to interpret what went on? Do you remember? Like, what do you think actually happened? Because they didn't really describe what they did to make it really awkward when they came out and talked about it very vaguely. What do you imagine that Rachel McAdams and the guy
Gotta
did?
be some kind of knife play or something because she's like got all those knives and shit.
What?
Yeah, she's a pretty dark character too.
But then she like confronts her sister about. Okay, this
ever-
isn't a True Detective.
You ever had that
podcast.
happen to you in real life? Somebody like be into knives and stuff?
No.
No,
I
never
have.
in my entire life.
The
When I was
only
in
thing-
college.
There have been
What?
sword dudes.
Yeah, it
Like
was-
you're somebody you were with?
Yeah,
Was
somebody
in your
that I
mind?
was sleeping with.
What does that mean? Like what they like to
She wanted me
place it
to,
against you?
yeah, like kind of like pretend to cut her and stuff. With
That's
a
so
knife.
weird.
Okay, guys, so I think we've learned a lot about each other on the Super Pain
We
Frenzy.
did.
You're gonna be at Anime Expo, right?
Yes, I'm gonna be at Anime
When is that?
Expo. Anime Expo is I think the biggest anime convention in LA.
Or okay, I asked when it was.
Oh, when? I thought you asked what it was.
What's your costume gonna be?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a secret. It's a secret. It has to do with Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll.
Ew. So I guess you can see Reina at that hentai festival.
Yes, please.
Is it a? Oh, it's a hentai festival.
No, the hentai festivals are at night. That's why my nails are tentacle. Have you seen?
What?
My nails are tentacles.
Oh, those are tentacool.
Tentacle!
Cool.
That's a Pokemon.
So we've learned today. What are the lessons that we all learned?
That you're a
Steve's a
homewrecker.
homewrecker.
Yep. You have been with knife people.
Let's not have that in there.
Really?
Oh no!
Does Lauren watch this?
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Then
Still,
it's
don't you
the-
think that's a
what's
little
wrong with-
weird of a thing?
No.
It's not my idea. I didn't do it.
No, you,
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
okay
not-
that you have the past.
Dude,
freaked
I've
me the
put
hell
way
out,
worse.
man.
There's way
There you
worse things
go.
about me in this podcast.
yeah,
today.
Lots
there's
of
way worse things about you.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we've all learned that I've not necessarily made mistakes, but I'm not the greatest of sexual
No,
humans.
they're mistakes. These are called mistakes.
It's not a mistake.
Okay.
It's not a mistake. You guys, I had a fun time.
Good. I'm glad you had a fun time.
Yeah.
But you are not allowed near any of my friends.
Especially
You don't even have any
ones
friends that are girls, Reina. I've asked you this like 10 times.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
I've literally been like, Reina, hook me up with one of your
Yeah,
hot
there's like
friends.
Audrey and
That's it.
I would not, no, like someone outside of the office, you know?
Christy's my
Christy.
friend.
Yeah.
She's in the office.
Okay. I literally have no friends.
There's
There's my
You
cat.
literally have no like friends
So,
that are
yeah.
girls.
I have no girlfriends. All my friends are dudes.
Let me hook up with one of your dude friends.
Oh, okay, sure, no problem.
Let me hook up with Mike.
That's weird.
Mike, if you're watching this, you and me.
Yeah,
soon.
he's into couple threesomes apparently.
That's so weird. Oh, we could
Not with Reina!
we could do
Not with Reina!
We could do try couples yoga together.
Guys, thank you for watching. I'm Steven Suptic.
I'm Reina Scully.
I'm Jeremy Azevedo.
And we'll see you next week on Saturday.